Hello Leo, and welcome to your Astroflower reading for the week going from the 14th through to the 20th of August. Happy birthday to all of you who are having your birthday in this period here. Did the Lionsgate reading as well. It's a moment of manifestation, but I will say this is one of those 2 weeks in August. That was week 2 and week 3, which was in the monthly reading, and there's been some interesting off-the-wall reading, so be prepared for an off-the-wall reading. Okay, let's just get in here with the overall energy. The Hierophant. This is in the unification, in the overall energies. You've got in the unit. So it's. I'll start again, shall I? In the overall energies, you get the unification. You get the coming together of almost like spiritual practice and physical being. That's what the Hierophant's all about. It's that is what the unification is. That's why it's considered a marriage card as well. It's learnt the processes that you go through in a spiritual sense in order to manifest the physical sense. And it's also to do the physical actions such as prayer or meditation or stuff like that in order to manifest the spiritual sense. So it works both ways. And it's almost like a teacher, and it's the overall energy here, which is sort of like, you know, bringing, I think, together your personal life and your material life, your job and your business and stuff like that. It looks really good. With your karmic message here, you get the Page of Pentacles, so the opening of the pathway on a physical sense into connection with other people. This means like doing activities, you know, even a case of sort of like holding a barbecue, connecting with people, connecting with more than one person, I think, here. But you know, it could well be with one person. Obviously, it could be you know, to do with love in a way, but physically engaging with it in a sense. And it's a lot of luck, and it's planting those seeds for a brighter future, as it were. And it is a manifestation. One of the processes of the manifestation, the art of manifestation. The universe here is on the relationship side. It's asking you to play smart. So with this combining side, with this Hierophant sort of action going on, which is unifying both sides, here I think they're sort of asking you to avoid future complications by diffusing it before it actually happens. And that's what I think the universe is trying to help you out here, I think, more than anything else. I think that's what the universe is doing. It's playing smart. It's trying to diffuse situations before you have to deal with them on a relationship sort of sense, really, more than anything else. Blimey, you've got the Justice and the Hermit card trying to jump out there. So a lot of wisdom coming through for you by the looks of things. Yeah, so your past self, I think this is what you've developed over your you know, in the couple of months before your birthday period. We saw the sort of changes within your card. It's started getting a little bit more sort of complicated, looking back to the future, seeing what you didn't want, now looking to the future. And this is where your guides are connecting to your past to your present. You know this mission that you want to go on, I think, within you. You know the direction you want to take in regards to relationships with other people that are around you. And I would follow it, really. If I was you, it's going to lead to unification by all sense of the words. That's the sort of general feeling I get off it. And it could well be to sort of like, you know, a call to mission, to say like marriage or moving in with someone or something like that. But it also could mean a call to a mission to sort of like unify your family or your friends or even just your community. Yeah, your future self here, you get the 5 of Cups. I said it was an off-the-wall reading, really. And it really is. You get the 5 of Cups. Your future self is sort of saying, and this is where the playing smart comes into it a bit. Don't look at any past problems, defeats, complications, arguments, financial, you know, sort of entanglements within family, friends, community, and that sort of thing, or even with your partner, whatever. Look to the future, start unifying yourself, and that's what that 2 of Cups is really all about here. And then you can cross the bridge to a brighter and you know, more secure future. So I think here is more of a case of you are walking away from disappointment, because this is your future self. And I don't think there's disappointment coming in on your journey. I think it might be a realization of the disappointment, maybe within some people or within a situation and so forth. But you don't have time to sort of go back on that. Now is the time to look forward and to start manifesting, basically. Yeah, and this is your journey. This is your birthday season, the end of your birthday season really coming up here. And it is a leap of faith. And I think it does also take you into areas of your life that you're not used to. That you know, takes you a little bit out of your comfort zone, as it were. And I think this is a good thing. I think this is a good thing to explore, especially with this card here on your karmic path. It's all about opening that pathway, and this is the beginning of the pathway. This is the first card in the whole deck of tarot. It is point 0. So this is where this will come into mind, and realizing what you want. And in order to get that, this is your part of the side where the universe is playing smart for you, so you play smart as well from your side, and just let go of any disappointments from the past and move happily to your unification to the future. You know, in a very joyous sense, going on a journey of discovery and yeah, taking that leap of faith, basically. Let's just see what's going on your material side. Oof. There is strange energy. It's up and down, up and down, up and down this week. You know, I think it's going to settle down next week. There's no doubt about it. On your physical side, so on your material side, that we're talking about job, business and projects and stuff like that, you get the Queen of Wands. So when things start firing in your life, when there's a little bit of a chink in the door so you can get through, so you can advance, so you can create wealth, so you can create opportunities, so you can explore your creative side as well, and get enthusiastic about that, stepping forward, moving on, yeah, advancing basically. And I think that's within you. And once you start doing that, the magic of life will start playing in your favor. You know, the universe here gives you the Knight of Wands. This is really beautiful as well. Now you've got fire and air here. So you've got air on the relationship side, very stimulating. But on the financial side, you get the universe is bringing you the Knight of Wands. So this is now securing, as you open these doors to manifestation. The universe here is bringing through a lot of fire in order to you know, engage in your passions, which is the fuel behind your manifestations. And it makes you very sociable. It's opening those doors, I was saying, sort of like by connecting with other people, but in a very joyous sense, enjoying what you do, getting passionate about what you do. So in regards to a job or a business or a project, and you know, you should really be looking into that, I think, and allowing that positive vibration to come through. This is the choice. Is it a real choice, or is it should be, you know, this is a no-brainer, therefore you could do this with your eyes shut? In the past, this coming from the past connecting to the future. So I think this choice has been made within you. And I think this is what this is all about as well. That mission has been decided within you. And you've made this difficult choice, and it could be to change job or go for a promotion or take your business in a certain sense, whatever it is connected to the material world, move house or whatever. You've made this choice, and you've now got to lead that path. You've got to be the leader in that path. You've got to be that, you know, that emperor, that king of wands in a way. You know, and have the strength of your conviction, basically. I think that's what will help you enormously. And I think this is where the passion comes through with the Queen of Wands and the Knight of Wands. Very regal. Your future self here, and yeah, this could be for some of you that are having your birthday season. It could be, you know, once the energy starts kicking in, it really does kick in a week after the birthday, and that's when it really starts firing on all cylinders. So some of you may be not firing on all cylinders, and it may be a case of, you know, sort of wait and see sort of scenario. It does tie a little bit into the the 5 of, I thought I had a fly in my cup of tea. I was really worried then. A 5 of Cups, you get, you know, it does play a little bit into that, because that's what breeds disappointment when we become stagnant and not starting creating in life. And here I think is recognizing the comings and goings, the flowing of your ideas of what you want, of how to manifest things. Just putting it out there, seeing how it sort of flows back, how it takes out, you know, how it, you know, it works with everything that is around you. There's a lot of sort of observation here, I think, on this sort of side of pulling it all together. Let's just see what the overall outcome is for you. So on one side you've got the Fool. Let's see what you've got on the material side. Eight of Swords. As I said, I think it's an off the wall reading. I'm now starting to understand the Hierophant in more depth. So this here, of procrastination, of waiting around and waiting around, the decision seems to be made in you. Now it's got to be enacted upon. And I think here is more that the Eight of Swords here is saying you are moving from a position of feeling stuck to a position of freedom, of liberation. And I think that comes out with a unification here. It's almost as if, like, let's imagine you're on you're racing a car, yeah, in a NASCAR or a Formula One, you know, no, not NASCAR, sort of whatever car it is in America, I don't know what it is, and you're on the grid, you're ready and waiting to go. When it's that patient moment, and when everything kicks in together, there's a unification of lifting off the clutch, putting your foot on the accelerator, and going. And finding that bite point and then ready and go. And it is a combining of different activities which goes from standing still to enormous acceleration. And I think this is what you're coming into, this enormous acceleration. And it's that last second check around you to make sure everything's in place. Okay? Because this mission is coming through you. You know it already, I think, within you. And it's now a case of trying to manifest it. So thank you very much for being here. We're gonna clarify with the Light Seers card. Yeah, thank you very much for being here. Don't forget to subscribe, click that bell, like, comment. Also sharing on all multiple platforms. It's absolutely beautiful. I really do appreciate that. There's also links in the description below where you can book up a private reading with myself or a healing session. And you can also there's an email there, because I give workshops, energy workshops, connecting people to the universal vibration and opening up that conversation within you and understanding that conversation. That's what I do in the weekends. That's in the UK in September, October, and in the US in October and November. If you want to be part of those workshops, please do send me an email. Just tell me where you are in the world and I will reply with a whereabouts and details of the nearest workshop for you. Okay? Thank you very much for being here, Leos. Let's just see what's going on with this Hierophant. What's this unification all about? You've got a Tower. It's like this thing that's blocking the sun and your happiness is you're knocking it down. I think this is a really good thing. I think the overall energy here is trying to bring in a situation where when you unify things, it's like going from that state of being stationary to a state of real acceleration. And that's a real Tower moment. It's like, what are you off? Sort of thing. And I think it really comes in quite quickly. I think it's going to come in next week, really fully flowing before, you know, between the 21st and the 28th. But let's just see what's going on with this Page of Pentacles. I think this is a chance for you to do things in a different way in regards to your relationships. It's a chance to reset the boundaries, as it were. It may be a case that you've just been carrying everybody upon your shoulders for a long time. And I think with this new path that you're opening up, it's you know, providing an opportunity where you can say no. Not because you don't like the person or you don't want to, is that you also need time for yourself. Like everybody needs time for themselves. And if people don't understand that, then, you know, they obviously don't take time for themselves. You know, they don't understand the importance of self, because that's what we connect the self to the collective, and without the self, the collective cannot exist. So, you know, I think that's really important. The universe here with the Seven of Swords, so the universe is playing smart for you, trying to obfuscate sort of complicated situations within your life, neutering them before they actually come in. And it's filled, as I say, with wisdom and understanding here, and it's wisdom through knowledge, through study. You can see in the background there's books and everything like that, but there's also through abundance. It's through weight and position, and it does work towards the collective as well. So the universe is trying that, you know, trying to introduce to the collective. Let's see what this mission is. What is the Knight of Swords all about? You get the Two of Cups, the unification. This is these Two of Cups here. And you've got to go through the moment of disappointment in order to understand what the Two of Cups means to you. And you know what it means to you within you, and now you're going to learn what it means to you in the outside physical world. In a really good way, the importance of self. Because the Two of Cups is the unification of you and your higher self primarily. And then it can be the unification between you and another person that is around you. I got the Three of Cups that want to jump out there. So, you know, unification of self, I think, is really, really important. See what goes on with that Five of Cups. You get the Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, I think this is, you know, if you concentrate on the past, you're going to miss a great opportunity here in regards to relationships that are around you. If you don't make this initial change within your life and realize the limits that you have, therefore you can be as strong as you ever need to be for people when they need you. If you can realize that, then all of a sudden you have endless, boundless amounts of depth of emotion, physical presence, energy within the relationships. And that's when you're going to harmonize with the Two of Cups, Leo. Let's see what goes on with the Fool here. The leap of faith, the moving out of your comfort zone. And I think this is moving out of your comfort zone. You know, all great leaders know how to say no as much as yes. You know, in any way, if anything, great leaders say less yes than no. You know what I mean? But I don't think that's the case for you. But here is, you know, it's pushing into that sense that you know, you're allowed to say no, as it were. Let's just see what's going on with that Fool here. We've got the Three of Wands. It's playing on the opposite side as well. There is a sort of semi-procrastination that's going on at the moment. A series of observation which may create that Five of Cups scenario or that realization of the past. But as you go forward, you know, you're going into the unknown, and it can be, you know, that person there is waiting to go on that journey, and that journey is right on their doorstep, and the waves of reality do keep just coming into them before they take the leap of faith and just really dive into that journey. So yeah, I would dive into the journey of unifying yourself, repositioning yourself in regards to everybody that is around you. Financial side. Karmic message, Queen of Wands, Six of Swords. Yeah, I think once, this is what I'm saying, is like, you know, once the door is open, you get that chink of reality that you can then open the door into something amazing. This is your rite of passage, and it's almost as if like it's your karmic right to go into that. It's your karmic right to open those doors and become a lot more successful and to further your career path or your business and stuff like that. It feels that way, you know, and it's because you're engaged in your passions. You have the passions which are the key to the door. With the Knight of Wands, you get the Knight of Wands. That I just said it there. The key to your future is your passions. The more passions you have about a situation, the better your manifestations will be all about. What's going on with the Two of Swords? You get the Two of Swords. You get the Six of Pentacles. We come back to a little bit of the idea that, you know, I think you've chosen, in order to make sure it works for you, then therefore it can work for everybody else. It's like I liken it to that if I'm running a food truck, you know, a snack bar out of the trailer, I'm doing everything. I'm taking the orders, I'm cashing in the money, I'm making the orders up, and then I'm serving the orders. You know, I'm doing everything. Once it starts working for me and I start earning enough money, I can maybe employ someone in order to do certain aspects. And I think this is where, you know, you realize, and I think this is the decision that you've made, you realize that if it works for you, then you can provide for everybody else. And maybe you're just waiting for it to work for you at the moment. And that's where the manifestation comes into play. What's going on with the Three of Wands? You get the Star. I'd be realistic as well, I think. No, hang on a second. No. Excuse me, I wouldn't be realistic. I'll take that back. I'll take that back. Sorry. I do follow my intuition more than the cards, so I do apologise about that. And I was looking at the card and I let the card influence me more than the intuition. So, and I'm going with my intuition here. And I would reach for the stars. I think it's now the time to manifest your ultimate dreams, basically, your ultimate aspirations. And I would head to them, you know, really push the door. Because this decision has been made now. And now you've made that decision and you're putting your best foot forward in your path. You can get to your dreams and aspirations. Eight of Swords with the Nine of Swords. Well, this is, at least it's a progression. It's not a good card, I'll tell you that. But I'm not getting bad stuff off it. I'm not getting bad vibes off it. I'm not getting like, kind of like, you're going for your dreams and aspirations and it just doesn't work. It may well be for some of you. It may well be for some of you. But it's not the overall thing I get off it. The biggest thing I get off this is the end of this. And this is because you're freeing yourself up. And this is what this Tower moment is all about. You are unifying both sides of your life, I think. And in the unification will mean that a lot of things will be dispelled within your life. And I think it's going to make it really good for you. Absolutely brilliant. Okay, as I said, it's a bit of an off-the-wall reading this week, Leo. Real work week. But the thing is, this is the seeds of, these are the acorns of the giant oaks of the future. You know, and planting these acorns is a really good idea at the moment. Yeah, it's very sort of like remedial or sort of nitty-gritty work, concentrating on the little things like a squirrel, sort of thing. But, you know, I think it's worthwhile for your future. There you go, Leo. Thank you very much for being here with us. Do appreciate it. We've got that Lionsgate reading as well, which will be linked around my head at some point. Don't forget to support this channel in any which way you see fit, and I really do appreciate it. In the meantime, don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.